welcome back to my channel. It's me, Billy, and today I'm just going to talk about how I found out that I was pregnant and basically just like the pregnancy story. So I guess this starts around mid-December. Mid-December, I had started feeling sick, and even I would say maybe a little before then, I had just been not feeling well, and I had been like getting some pregnancy symptoms. Like I would get soreness in my breasts, and I would have cramping, and I thought, oh, my period's coming early, like, oh, that's wrong, because I'd always tracked my period, and I had always just wanted to know when those days were coming, because they're horrible, and I just wanted to know when that was going to start. Anyway, so I would be tracking my period, and I thought that was weird that I was getting cramping and all that 2 weeks early, and then I had just kind of thought, like, I think that I'm pregnant. I got that in my head, and that was fine with me, because I had always wanted to be a mom, and Jeffrey and I had talked about it, and we want a family. It's something we've always wanted, but I was just kind of like, am I pregnant? Like, I got it in my head that I was pregnant. So I went to the Walmart near my work without Jeffrey, my husband, and I went back I work at a school, so I went to the school, I went to the staff bathroom, and I took the test. And in that moment, I knew, like, I want to be a mom. Like, if this comes back negative, I'm gonna be upset, like, because I just got emotional by myself in this bathroom. Like, I am so happy, like, I could be pregnant, like, this is the best ever. And long story short, when the time had been up, I read the test, and it said negative. So it's like pretty disappointed, and kind of wondering why I wasn't feeling good for so long and all that. And then about a week, I would say 4 days maybe before Christmas. So yeah, it was the 21st of December. I couldn't sleep. I wasn't sleeping. I was feeling like the sensation of period cramps, but without the period coming. And at that point, my period was late. But I was like, well, I already took a test. It's negative, where if you take a test, you're supposed to take it after your missed period, not really before, but it is what it is. So I didn't know that. And it was about 11:30 at that time, and Jeffrey did not have work the next day, so he was playing video games in the living room where I'm at now. And excuse me, and I got up and go, Jeffrey, like, something's up. Like, I'm getting this cramping, and I just really think I'm on my period. Or I'm not that I'm pregnant, sorry, that I'm pregnant. And well, I had a pregnancy test that I had from the previous one. It was a 2-pack, and I had it in the cupboard. And I took it, because Jeffrey was just like, you're not pregnant, like, you're just due to start any day, like, calm down, you know? And so I go to the bathroom, and I just took the pregnancy test really without telling him. Like, I just did it, and there was, like, the faintest second line, like, the faintest. And I just started, like, tearing up, like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Like, I don't know, like, best day ever. I don't know. I didn't want to get too excited before finding, like, knowing if it was true, but I was excited, I'm not gonna lie. And so then I'm like, Jeffrey in the bathroom, and he comes in, and he, like, his eyes just, like, zeroed in, like, pregnancy test, like, where the heck did you get that? Like, what? who gave this woman a pregnancy test? Anyway, and so he looks at it, he's like, what? And I go, I think we're pregnant. Like, that's a faint light. Like, we're holding it up towards the light, trying to see if it's better. But it was just so faint. Like, it just couldn't. Like, I knew I was pregnant at that point. I could say, like, oh, I'm pregnant. Like, party, you know. Jeffrey was like, he got teary-eyed and then he wiped it away. Was like, we have to know. And so we Googled places that could be open in our town. And that's nowhere. Yeah, no 24-hour places where I live. And so we had to go to like the next town over where we grew up. And they have a 24-hour Walmart, and we got the pregnancy test there. But I got a liter of water and had been drinking it the whole time so I could like pee again, I guess. And the whole time Jeffrey and I are just like, what if we're pregnant? What if we're gonna be parents? Oh my gosh, this is the best ever, like talking. But then we're like, but don't get too excited, you know, like, no, like it could just be like a bad test, like whatever. We didn't want to get our hopes up because we both wanted a family. Like, granted, we have our cat and us, but we wanted a child. We just didn't know when kind of situation, and now was the when it happened. And so we got the test, and we got 2 packs. We got the first response, and then we got clear blue, I think. And so we got the ones that say pregnant on each, and then it comes with a second one on top of that has the 2 lines or the plus, the like plus symbol, so you know. So we came home and Jeffrey gave me our like souvenir Fast and Furious cup from the movie theater, and I peed in that so that way we could take all the tests. Cause you know how like you just want to know, and I think I took like total, even after I knew I was pregnant, like 12 tests because I just wanted to see it again, like, oh yeah, you know. Anyway, so I bring the pee out and he's in the cup into the living room, and he was sitting like right here, and our house is all decorated for Christmas, like the Christmas lights, like it was just so cute. I don't know, like I'm really glad I did it this way, like with him, and I'm kind of glad it was negative the first time so we could have this experience together. But anyway, I take the test, the clear blue, and I like just dipped it in my cup of pee, and I'm like, I get really hyper about stuff like that, and Jeffrey's just like sitting like this, staring at this test that's just like blinking, right? Because it's loading, or I don't know, taking its time, doing its thing. And I'm like, ah. And he's like, just turn it around, like then we won't be bothered, and then we'll time it and we'll turn it back. Well, I turn it around, but it's for like a second. Like I did not wait 2 minutes. I turn it back, and right there it blinks like 3 times, and then it's like pregnant, and we're like, I jump up, like I hopped up, I like just was like, ah, like I like yelled our poor neighbors in the middle of the night, because at this point it would have been like 12:30, 12:45, and I'm jumping around like, oh my gosh, I'm like so grateful. Like I was doing like where you like run your feet like, ah, and I was so happy, and I turn over and Jeffrey's just like like crying, and it was so cute. He's like, I'm gonna be a dad, this is the best day of our lives. Like I just, yeah. And so y'all, I can't. Anyway, so then I'm like happy, crying and dancing, and then I'm like, let's take another one. And so then we take the first response. I dipped it in, and it goes pregnant right away. Like it didn't even, it was like, girl, you're knocked up. You are with child, no question. And then I took the other ones, and those also came up way more clear than the other one, the one I had taken before, probably because I bought the cheapest pregnancy test when I did it by myself. But this one was like 2 lines, you're pregnant, plus sign, you're pregnant, and like, yeah, so that night, after that, we just cried and we're happy and we were grateful, and we can't keep secrets that well about things in our life that are good or bad or whatever. We were just so excited, and for me, at that point, I was just kind of like, if anything happens that's not good, like if I miscarried, I would want my family to know. So we made plans on how to tell our family, because I just really didn't want to wait. And I know most people wait till like 3 months, but that's something I just wouldn't want to go through by myself. And maybe that's selfish, but I mean, but I don't know. Anyway, so at that point, we made plans to tell our family, and we so for Jeffrey's mom, we met her. This is so like, we didn't even do anything that crazy, but we went and got our bibs that said grandma on them, and we went to McDonald's with her that night because we like to go out and have Diet Cokes together and eat and do stuff like that. And we were like, oh, we got you something, and she opened it and she cried and she was so happy, and she was just like, really? And then we saw my mom and we gave her little football shoes, and she was happy. She was just like, you're pregnant, like, I think everyone kind of saw it coming because we talked about babies and having a family so much that it was like, can these people just get pregnant already? We're tired of it. And then what I did, my sisters were there when I told my mom, so they found out at the same time. So then I showed everyone the test, like they want to see my pee sticks, you know, like gross, but well, they all saw them. And then my dad, I called him, and because he travels for work a lot, and he was moving in with us for a bit while his house was getting fixed. And so I was like, hey Dad, I just wanted to call and talk to you about the house. And he goes, oh yeah, like what's up? And I go, well, there's something that's come up because the room he's gonna be staying in, we're gonna need for a nursery now. So I'm not trying to like be rude and like kick my dad out, but I was like, so Dad, you can only stay in the house probably for another 8 months. And he was just like, what? And I go, yeah, like in about 8 months we're gonna need the room because the baby's gonna need a place to stay. And he was just like, oh, like he got so happy. He's like me though, he doesn't like we cry, like don't get me wrong, but we also get like really hyper and happy because it's just such, like, I did cry when I found out we were pregnant, but I also was jumping around back here going, like being a weirdo, like can't control myself like a normal human. And then after that, Christmas Eve, we had Jeffrey's grandparents over and his uncle and mom, and we did the whole picture thing where we're like, everybody say Billy's pregnant. And so I'll put that in the video after this so you can see that. And then how I on Facebook and like social media showed is I had a picture of me with the pregnancy test. So, and then everyone else we just called, like honestly we just like told everyone. And I had my Nana tell everyone at Christmas, and I was like, tell everyone you're gonna be a great grandma, like, and I don't know. So yeah, that is how I found out that I was pregnant and that I was gonna be mom and that we were gonna have a family. And yeah, now I'm like hyper and happy again. Like after this I'm probably just gonna be jumping around, cleaning or doing something crazy. Yeah, it was great. So have a good evening, day, whatever. Have a good day. I'm so happy now, and if my daughter ever watches this, which I'm gonna make her because self-centered, but anyway, Ella, if you're watching this ever, know that from day one you were loved, and we are so grateful to have you, and we love you so much. So have a good day, guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.
All right.
1.
Everybody say, Billy's pregnant.
Susie, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Are you?
I knew it.
I told you she knew this whole week.
Knew it.
She's been saying it for
I knew it.
I told you that.
Congratulations. I knew it. Did you know?
Congratulations.
She knew a while ago.
I